Hey, this is Joe from HomeStudioCorner.com. I want to share with you something I've been doing lately that I like, and I think you might like it too. So as you may recall, if you're on my newsletter or listen to the podcast, I recorded drums and bass for my new album a couple weeks ago. And we set up in here, so the drums were recorded over there in that corner. Bass, he kind of sat over in this general area. And then I sat over here, where I could play guitars over here, and I could play keys on the songs that needed keys. And I could obviously run the DAW as well while we're recording everything. So it went really well. Got really great drum sounds, really great bass sounds, and some cool guitar parts because I was playing some cool keyboard parts. And so from there, it's all on me to record everything else. So I'm going to be recording guitars, acoustic and electric, and then also keyboards, and then any vocals, aside from I've had somebody come in and sing some harmonies, which is great, but all the ooh and ah vocals and stuff like that I like to do. And so the way I used to work on my last album, for example, I would work on things one part at a time. So I would set up everything for recording acoustic guitar, and then I would record acoustic for all the songs on the album. And then I would set up to record electric and record all the electrics, and so on and so forth. And that was fine. I'd maybe take a day or two to do acoustics, and I would end up and I'd have all the acoustics done. And it was good, but I wanted something different this time. I felt like everything was kind of disjointed. I'm just recording acoustics, so I'm not really thinking about the song as a whole, as opposed to recording everything the song needs. And that's more of what I'm doing now. So I'll sit down here in the command center. Let me show you. I'll stand up so you can see. So I'll sit down here and kind of pretty much have everything set up where everything is within arm's reach. Okay? I've got my pedal board here for my electric guitars, running to my Vox AC4, which is running into the cabinet over in the closet. Right over there. There she is. And there's a mic there. And then I've got my guitars over here with 2 acoustics, 3 electrics, and then I've also got the 11 rack. So I have a lot of different amp tones within arm's reach, and I can select and switch between them as much as I want. And then I've got obviously my preamps and stuff over here for adjusting. I've got this mic if I need a dynamic, the SM7 for vocals. I've got keyboard here for any keys parts that I need. It's a Motif ES8. And then I've got this other little condenser mic over here for background vocals and if I need a lead vocal with a condenser mic. And so I will sit here and I'll pull up a song and I'll just sit there and listen and say, what does this song need, right? What does it need? Well, let's say it needs, main thing it needs is electric. I'll record the electric parts and then I'll be like, oh, you know what? With the way those electrics sound, a really cool B3 part would be awesome here. So I turn around and I play B3. And then I think, oh, it'd be great to have a little piano part here. I'll record a piano part. Then I'll think, okay, now I need acoustic guitar. So I reach back over here and grab an acoustic and a mic, and I plug it in, and I have everything set up, plugged in, ready to go. And it feels so creative. And it also, I feel, is probably more efficient because I'm not getting bogged down in playing one instrument all day long. I'm switching between them until this song has made a big jump in progress. And especially it's worked well for me for vocals. I used to set up a vocal recording day, and if even now talking in this video my voice is getting tired. If you're a singer, you know it's hard to sing all day. Even if you give yourself breaks and drink plenty of water and do all the stuff you're supposed to do, all the right form and all that, it gets tiring. This approach, it works really well because I can do all the instruments and say, hey, this is pretty close. Let me sing a lead vocal track. And I'll just sing it, and I won't worry too much about it. I can come back and re-record it if I want to, but I've had several times where I've done that where the actual vocal that I recorded is the final vocal on the song. Because I was just in the zone, I was feeling creative, I was able to jump from one thing to the next and stay in that zone. So if whatever way you can set up your studio on whatever project you're working on to where you can jump from one thing to another and maybe work more on songs as a whole as opposed to instruments as a whole, I think you'll find yourself feeling more creative, coming up with cooler ideas, and just in general having more fun. So give it a shot, let me know what you think, and I'll see you in next week's video. Bye.